Good morning. This is Patrick Bourne. It's April 14th, 2023. And the big news is Colorado's meeting on Monday. Of course, the Colorado exec came out and shot down MH Ver, who post-Twittered that Colorado would be meeting to vote. That's not really the case because they don't vote behind closed doors. They are meeting, and I specifically asked the Coach Prime's group here in Facebook two things, really. Another place I asked them whether or not they believe they were meeting about realignment, if that would be included in the meeting. They 100% said yes. And this is a Facebook group of 42,500 members, quite a bit. So I asked them here, I said, what do you believe in your gut Colorado Buffs end up back in the Big 12? 85%. And Colorado Buffs remain in Pac 12, 15%. It's only 40 votes so far, but it just shows you kind of the general feeling of the Colorado school fans. And the smoke behind Colorado is so intense that Marchand talked about watch Colorado. I think it's mainly because, they had a 5-hour meeting with Brett Yormark. Sorry, the man in the video up there. They had a meeting with him, and now they're going to have an internal meeting, which is what they did before they left the Big 12 originally. They had a meeting with Brett Yormark, and now they're meeting privately, and then they have a public meeting here in a few weeks, at which point they will probably vote on whether to stay in the PAC or move to the Big 12. All this other hope, which, a lot of people put a lot of hope in CW, pretty much, again, Marchand and Oran both shot that down as not viable. Not even, they're not even really talking about bidding. It means CW's not been talking about bidding. They were just in conversations. And the other problem is CW doesn't really have any West Coast footprint in Arizona and Washington. Not that they can't hand that off to some of the local channels or whatever, but it just creates more trouble. I do not believe that George Kliavkov can make everybody happy. Out of the 10 schools he has remaining, it's been clear that Arizona's come out and said it, that they want the same kind of money the Big 12 is getting, and they want majority linear, not streaming. And that's kind of the view of a lot of the schools, except for Washington State and Oregon State, who really probably don't care as long as they stay together. So we now have no real media deal, and it's been pushed till late spring, early summer, and I don't think that there will be a media deal that will make everybody happy. I personally believe that this poor George is in a bad situation because he can't get both. He can't get all the money and majority linear. It's just not going to happen for him. So what I think's going to happen is that he's going to come back and give the one or two best offerings, which one is going to be majority streaming with more money, close to the Big 12 numbers. The other one is going to be majority linear with way less money. According to the Monty Show, ESPN and Fox haven't really come up from their low bid, and we're talking $20 million per school at most. If that's the case, I'm already telling you, and that's what we're hearing, the rumblings. It doesn't look good for the PAC staying together as it is today. So with that in mind, the reality is for me, I believe the PAC stays together even if they backfill all the schools that leave. So right now we know that if this number is what it is, which everybody's talking about for the PAC deal, is either too much streaming or too little money, you're going to have three schools leaving, because as soon as Colorado and Arizona jump, Arizona State's going to come. The fourth school is a good question, whether they go for Wazoo because they're a Power 5 team or San Diego State because they're a Pacific Coast team and in Southern California. I don't know. I don't know the fourth team, just like what's his name from Arizona was talking about on the Sikkim 365 broadcast yesterday. So that it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. It's funny to kind of watch the PAC guys give you their half full cup talk and actually consider CW, even though all the reporters are saying that's not real. So, I understand. I'd be in the same boat if this was the Big 12. But I think the schools that know they have a landing place are pretty happy. I don't think they're really fearing what's coming. I just think that they gave George time. And the soft dates have come and gone, and now they pushed it out even farther. And I don't think they really have a media rights deal to offer that's going to make everybody happy. So with all that said and done, Monday is a big meeting for the Colorado people behind closed doors, and I guarantee you they are going to be discussing realignment. And probably in order to make it a votable thing in the future, in their future open public meeting. And at that point, I truly believe, with all my heart, that Colorado and Arizona for sure will be this year identifying themselves for 2024 as Big 12 members. That's just where I sit. Nothing else seems to be flowing. There's no positive flow coming from the PAC right now. Nothing but negative. So that's just the way things are. It's not the way maybe I want them to be or the PAC wants them to be or even the Big 12. But the Big 12 is neither here. It means they're going to be beneficiaries, but they're not like personally trying or wanting the PAC to shrink. They're not looking for people to jump. But look, if we're going to offer Power 5 teams real linear and money, and we're not, the 31.7 base is just a base. But everybody's talking about with the things that your mark is doing, the teams are going to get close to 50 million by the end of the year when all's said and done, based on postseason championships and all the new deals he's been doing. So it's not even close. So that's where we are today, and I wish you guys all the best and have a good one till Monday, because I don't really, unless something else breaks, which I don't think so. I think everything's going to be kind of quiet until Colorado does their thing. Or until George Kliavkov actually comes up with a media rights that sounds kind of positive. If it's close to the Big 12 as far as money and it's majority linear, then okay, great. Stay together for 3 to 5 years until Oregon and Washington finally get their offer to go to the Big 10, and they will. Don't think that there's some kind of loyalty stand there. They're not going to stay. They're going to go. But I appreciate you guys, and please hit the like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a good one.
Big 12 open for business. There is no doubt the Big 12 is open for business. We will leave no stone unturned to drive value for the conference.